Hello, welcome to another tarot talk. Today we're going to get some messages from Spirit to help you understand why you are so tired lately, where this exhaustion is coming from, and how you can best move through this period. There's 3 piles to choose from: pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and take a few breaths, listen to yourself. The pile that calls to you is your pile. If you're drawn to more than one pile, feel free to watch the messages for both or all of the piles. I will see you at your selection. Thanks. Hello, pile number 1. You have selected creative power. Spirit's saying right now you have felt like you're in a creative rut, like you aren't quite in control of the things that are happening in your life and yourself in the way that you show up in the world. It feels hard to show up as the person that you want to be and to do the things that you know that person would be doing. It feels difficult to have that strength and that energy to put your energy in that direction. So your creativity feels stifled right now. And Spirit is letting you know that this is part of the reason for the exhaustion, is that you're not tapping in to your truth and your inner resources. There is a well within you of power and creativity that you can tap into and draw upon at any moment. And you're feeling sort of disconnected from that. Let's get some tarot. Let me get some tarot for pile number 1. The Wheel. So I feel like you're acutely aware that you are a co-creator in this world, and that's part of the frustration in feeling tired lately and exhausted lately, because you know that you have so much potential, you know that you have so much to give and create and showcase in this world. And you know that in doing so, you're taking an active role in this life, and the things that are not only being created by you, but brought in, manifested, attracted because of that. So I feel like you're either it's already happening and you're tapping into some new skills or some forgotten skills. Maybe a lot of you are artists, a lot of you work with your hands, and that's part of this creative energy that you bring into the world. Or a lot of you may be writers. This has felt blocked for some time, and I'm hearing that it's opening up for you now. It's opening up for you, and part of what's going to open up that channel and that connection back to that well that we were talking about earlier, that center for unlimited creative power, energy, that connection back to your solar plexus. A lot of that is going to come directly from starting before you're completely ready. Yeah, like I'll take the example of writer's block. If you have writer's block, you're like, I don't know what I want to write, what I can write. I don't have any inspiration, so you just don't write at all. That's just further putting you deeper into exhaustion. part of what's going to help you get more energy, ironically, is to play with those creative skills and activities that you are so naturally drawn to, or maybe recently or very soon called to. But again, there may not be this complete pool of like, yes, I want to do this, I feel like I can do this. There may be a period of you needing to push past that exhaustion, that tired feeling of, oh, I'm a little lazy right now. Rest when your body needs rest, but this is talking about something a little bit different, where you're putting your creativity on the back burner because of that lack of inspiration, where spirit is telling you that if you engage in those activities, the creativity and the inspiration is going to flow through because you're opening that channel up. How else, Spirit, how else can pile number one move through this period of exhaustion? Rebirth. Yeah, maybe it's something completely new. Maybe there is something that you were drawn to that you're like, it just doesn't feel like me anymore. It just doesn't feel as good, as inspirational or inspired anymore. And there's something else that's wanting to be birthed through you, through this portal. Something is wanting to come through. Spirit, what exactly is wanting to come through for pile number one? This is so exciting. What is wanting to come through for pile number one, Spirit? Okay, I just heard activism, which is not where I thought this was going to go, but I feel like a lot of you are tired because you haven't been standing up for what you know to be true, what you want to protect. There's something that you deeply long to protect and be an advocate for in this life. And you've been kind of shutting your voice down, shutting your power down, shutting that part of you that wants to stand up, that wants to make a difference in that realm. Part of what's going to help you free and unlock your energy to move through this period of tired exhaustion is to stand up and speak for those things. It may feel like speaking up and standing up is exhausting, and that's too tiring. And that's, again, part of the irony in moving through what feels daunting is actually what's going to open up the channel to you accessing more energy. Let's get another one, Spirit. Let's get one more card here. What does pile one need to know? Light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. That's right. So much power in this. Power, power. You are being activated, reactivated, and reborn. Full system upgrade, rebirth. This is you stepping into your power. There may have been a period of you doubting yourself for too long and identifying as that person, as the person who isn't strong enough, whose words don't matter, whose opinion isn't important. There was a period of you identifying with that, and that leads to this burnout, this exhaustion feeling, because it's not the truth of who you are. And while at one point it may have served you, it hasn't for a while. And you are being fully upgraded, wiped clean, stepping into a new. Very beautiful. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. I do feel like there's like this lingering kind of energy, but it feels done at the same time. And I think that's part of this mystery that's brewing within you right now. If we go back to this first card, the depiction being a pregnant woman, you cannot quite see what she's going to birth. You cannot quite know. And so it does feel slightly unfinished if you're feeling that way about this message. I'm there with you. I'm in that energy with you. But that's where you need to be right now. You are being supported by the Hathors. You are completely immersed in love and light right now to be helping you to wipe that old state clean so that you can emerge and um, take your part in this creative life. Take your power back. That's all I have for you, pile number one. Thank you so much. I hope that it resonated. I hope that you find clarity even within this mystery that you're in right now. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number two. Your card is the emotional energy card. Emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. So, Spirit is saying right now, you've been what seems like you've been hit with one thing after another. You're on this emotional roller coaster lately, and it's been exhausting for you. It feels like, can I just get a break? Can I just take a breath, Spirit? This is too much. This is too much. Just when you feel like you are slightly wrapping yourself around one emotion, another wave hits, something else in your life hits that brings out just as intense emotional energy and reactions. And Spirit is asking you to move through this with as much grace as possible, which you are doing, but it is part of the reason you're feeling so tired because you have no choice. You're in it. You're moving through it. It's going and you're just chugging along here. And it's kind of like, okay, Spirit, when is this? When have I had enough? And Spirit is asking you to keep riding this wave, this emotion, this energy in motion is moving you through an array of energy that is ready to be felt and released in your life. It's actually super powerful because this feels like you are on the verge of a breakthrough, of a complete and total radical shift of self and life experience. Because there has been a lot of emotion that you have kept within your body throughout your lifetime that is coming up through these life circumstances. They're bringing out this emotional pattern that, may or may not have anything to do with the original situation that brought about that emotion and stuck that emotion into your body. But regardless, the circumstances in your life right now that are bringing these emotions up, they are happening very quickly, almost too quickly for you to feel like you are able to handle and process. But Spirit is letting you know that this is divine, that this is intentional, and that you can handle this. You can handle this. Let's get some tarot for pile number 2, Spirit. What messages do they need to know around this feeling exhausted, this emotionally exhausted energy for pile number 2? Woo! Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. Yeah, this is an intense period, you guys. You guys are really, really moving through a dark period. This offers an invitation of the dark night, but it's by choice. And it doesn't seem that kind of seems like a paradox given what I'm saying, because these things that are happening to you or around you in your life are obviously out of your control. Um, you're not choosing them. But what the invitation here is that your soul is choosing to experience this level of emotional dousing in your life, because there are things that you need to release. There is grief that you have not had the chance to fully and completely feel. There's loss that you have had to just keep on going. It's like, yeah, I'm sad. Yeah, this is terrible. But then this happened. So I couldn't quite process this. And this is, man, this is a heavy period. This is a heavy period. I do feel like for a lot of my pile twos, there is death involved. We have the mummy in the sarcophagus, or whatever that boat thingy, and then the skull. That together, I do feel like that could be a lot of what has happened, and that life is moving so quickly that you don't have time to process that. And that could also be in the past. That could be part of what's coming up with the emotional energies that are being brought up. Like I said, they can be reflective of energy signatures that have been lodged in your body throughout your lifetime that you haven't quite had time to process. And it may not be if it's not a recent death, like I said, this is one thing after another, but if one of those is not a recent death, it's still, these emotions are still bringing up this level of grief and this opportunity to pause and feel an old death that you have experienced, a loss, an old loss in your life that you have experienced and didn't quite get to process in the past. Yeah, that was definitely a big chunk for somebody. Okay, let's get another tarot card here. Any more messages, Spirit, for pile number 2, and how they can move through this period of emotional exhaustion, tiredness? The Archer. So it is time for you to take control of this situation, take control of this out of control situation. And what I mean by that is, where are you directing your energy? Because the invitation here is for you to turn inwards. There are a lot of shadows coming up, a lot of triggers, and a lot of heightened emotions coming up throughout this process. These triggers and these shadow aspects of self are coming up so that you can move through them. You can release what needs to be released, feel what needs to be felt, and help heal your spirit. Help understand yourself more deeply. The invitation here is to take charge of your inner experience by directing your outer energy. So part of this, I feel like, comes back to this. Emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. So, how are you reacting to these emotions coming up? What are you doing in response to them? You've been exhausted, you've been tired, you've been letting them bulldoze you. Now is a time Spirit is supporting you to offer support in you feeling more in control and more able to direct your life, more able to see these experiences from a lens of gratitude to help you move through them. Spirit, where are pile 2 getting support right now for this? Holy Grail. Inner discovery. Finding sacredness. You are what you seek. That's back to this mirror card. There's a lot of inner work happening right now. And you're kind of balancing the both with Archer. It's like you are taking responsibility for how you respond, the actions that you take in response to all of this emotional energy. But in order to do that, you do need to keep turning inwards, keep reflecting and understanding and processing these things so that you can release what isn't true, what isn't you. This card came out reversed at first. Because there is an essence of a blend of energies that were inside of you that are coming out now, that are no longer welcome. They have served their purpose. They have served their purpose. And what's emerging, where you're being supported, is that you truly are everything you need. You have everything you need just by allowing this experience to unfold. Kind of similar to the message earlier. You're along for this ride. And your power lies in how you choose to respond to the things that are showing up in your world and your perspective. Direct your perspective towards gratitude for this situation, these circumstances, because they're allowing you to turn inward and to see things that have been buried for a very, very long time. And once these get cleared out, what's left is your truth. It's your inner sanctuary, this powerhouse, this divine radiance. All of this yellow too is taking me to the solar plexus, where it is strengthened, sanctified, where your energy will be times 10. You will have an infinite amount of energy to draw from because you've cleared your inner kingdom. You guys are amazing. There's definitely work in this that you're being called to do. I see that, and I think you guys you're doing it. You're doing the deep work. That's all I have for you, pile number 2. I hope that it resonated. And thanks for watching. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. You've got Trusting Tricksters in reverse. So I feel like you are feeling so drained and toxic and tired lately because you are giving your energy away to toxic people and toxic experiences. You're allowing things to pull at your life force. You are allowing yourself to be completely intertwined with things that do not serve you and people that do not serve you, people that do not respect you and treat you with love and kindness, you're still giving them the time of day. And Spirit is saying, this is why you feel so exhausted lately. Because you're allowing them to take your life force, to take your energy. They do not have power unless you give it to them. And you have been doing that. And this is leading you to this feeling of tired exhaustion. Spirit, can we get some messages for pile number 3, please? So, yeah, they are sucking the joy from your life, truly. These activities or this person or these people are truly sucking out your joy. But at the same time, you're becoming more and more aware that this is happening, and you're deciding that this isn't going to be the case. The problem is that you feel exhausted and you don't know how to pull yourself out of it, but you know that you're ready to. And Spirit is saying that you have the power to completely shift this situation. And truly, the easiest is your what is the word I'm looking for? They cannot hold power over you. This situation cannot hold power over you unless you decide mentally that that is so. What I mean by that is, say you have a job at the grocery store. It's the easiest example I can think of right now. You have a job at the grocery store, and every day you go in and you think, oh, I hate this. I'm so bored. I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be here. That is allowing that job that you are at right now to just continuously drain you and suck your life force. You have the power in that moment without changing the circumstance, without getting a new job, which is an option, and same option. I mean, whatever. Without getting a new job and changing the circumstance, you have the power right now, immediately, to shift, alchemize, and control your perception. Immediately, that will shift this whole dynamic completely. So you go into the grocery store and you're thinking, wow, I can be the best bagger that there is. I can stack things so good. I can make people's day. I get to ask people questions and genuinely talk to them for a minute about what their lives are like. I get to step into someone else's experience. You get to completely reframe your perspective. That is available to you at all times. That is your power. And that is what is being siphoned from you. You are allowing that power that is and always will be yours to be siphoned from you. They cannot control you mentally unless you let them. And if this situation is so, I'm out of breath. So I'm feeling, yeah, like this is truly an exhausting situation. It does kind of feel like a person, but could also be a situation. This is a collective reading. Spirit, how else can pile number 3 move through this period? This kind of feels like here actually, and then this one is sticking out. Okay, I think that this might be slightly out of frame, so I'm just going to move it up. So Spirit is asking you to take control of your decisions here. Take control of the choices around you and direct your energy. I feel like, so this is part of the exhaustion here, is that it might not be the time to completely change the outside circumstance. Leave the job, the situation, the person. This may not be the time to completely shift that externally. Not that it won't ever, not that it will remain that way, but as of right now, it does feel like there isn't enough energy for you to make that happen right now. Not enough resources, not enough, power. Not power, energy. But where your power does lie is back to this card here, the shaman, in deciding where you put your mental energy, where you put your focus. I feel like a lot is going into trusting this trickster energy and thinking that that's what's best for you. It may be an opportunity or something. This is not the best place for you to be putting your trust and your energy and your time and your resources and your mental, your thoughts. Spirit's asking you to come back, to make the choice to focus on what will actually serve you in this situation and where you can put your energy. The Forest Lovers. This could be a mutual decision for some of you. It's not that the relationship is like completely toxic or anything like that, but there is something that you guys are doing, like maybe moving. Maybe you guys are deciding to move or something, and that's not right for you. Spirit is saying, hold off on that. That's not quite right. That's not what's going to serve the both of you. And there's a redirection of where your energy is going. Interesting. I'm going to get two more. Where is this redirection? Asking for pile number 3 to focus. Where is this redirection? Prove. Bring a little pep back in your step. With the happiness reverse, there was a lot of talk about trusting that trickster energy that it's not quite right. You know what's not quite right. Don't give that your energy anymore. Give your energy to the things that feel good, to the things that light you up, to the things that bring you joy and pleasure and comfort. That will increase your energy and pull you out of this rut of feeling exhausted that you've been stuck in lately. Spirit, where are they getting support? Where is pile number 3 getting support? Where can they look to for support right now? Ooh. Third eye activation, inner vision, brow chakra clear, seeing. Yeah, so like I said, you guys actually already know. You need to trust yourself in this process. Spirit is saying that you are supported, but you truly know, excuse me, you truly know what is right and where you need to direct your energy. Trusting tricksters. Do not blindly follow and blindly trust what you know is not true. I feel like this pile is calling for me to just read one part out of this book. For third eye activation here. Bear with me. Okay. This gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. Yeah, you're putting too much power in other people's perceptions, other people's choices. Like you're asking, do you think I should do that? Is this right? Blah, blah, blah. You actually have more power than you let on. And you're giving that away by outsourcing your decision making. Know that great potential and healing will be unleashed when this space is activated. If you have an intuition about something, trust what you're seeing. This is a sacred time for the psychic potential that you have had since childhood. It is awakening from slumber. You've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up or revisiting the past. Now the gifts that have been discouraged and in the past are reawakening, and your inner vision is stronger than you can imagine. Yeah. You guys truly have a source given gift for divine seeing. And in order for you to move through this period of exhaustion and being so tired all the time, Spirit is asking you to trust in yourself, to redirect your energy in what you know to be true, to listen to your intuition, and to focus on the things that bring you joy, to dance, to play, to sing, to dream. You guys are truly supported right now, and you will get through this period. That is all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much. I hope that it resonated. If it did, let me know. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.